Your wedding begins here. You've found your person. Now find your perfect place. Welcome to Marin County, where your love story meets its perfect setting. Exchange vows beneath ancient redwoods on a sun-kissed beach or overlooking the sparkling San Francisco Bay. Whether you're planning an intimate elopement or a grand affair, Marin offers the space and the spirit to make your wedding uniquely yours. Discover where forever begins at visitmarin.org and explore the weddings page for details.
I think it was only a matter of time before we would have an episode where I would have to face my fears. And this episode is that episode because we are talking about a killer clown. And I fucking hate clowns.
I thought you were going to talk about your age.
I wasn't going to talk about my age. This case originally happened the same year I was born, but that's not what's important about this case. This case is important because A, it happened in Palm Beach County, and 2, it was a killer clown. So every fear I've ever had about that clown, probably a killer, this case...
Yeah, this manifested the fear of all, anybody who's
afraid of clowns is like, yeah, and I could have told you that a clown would kill somebody. That makes total sense.
Yeah.
I believe that.
And the way it happened is so creepy.
Yeah. So let's talk all about it. Let's break down the case. So we have the killer clown case is
Sheila Keen.
Sheila Keen from 1990 is when the actual murder happens.
Yeah.
And why don't you set the scene, please tell us.
Well, she kills Marlene Warren. I believe that's the victim's name. And and she was having an affair with Marlene's husband, Michael, and she shows up to their front door allegedly, well, actually now she's convicted, so actually not.
Yeah, it's not allegedly anymore.
Yeah. She shows up to the door and in a clown costume with a bunch of balloons. You're the greatest. That's kind of creepy. The "you're the greatest" balloon.
Then she picked out the balloon.
Yeah.
Well,
she could have gotten plain balloons, which are cheaper too, from Publix.
Also, to use there's a lot of things.
Creepy.
There's a lot of things, but yeah, keep going.
With a gun, Marlene opens the door, shoots her, and walks right off on her merry way and gets into a car that is eventually identified somehow.
So what do we? Okay, so at that point, we know there's some eyewitnesses that see a clown costume, a full face paint on the person's face. They're wearing balloons, a wig, nose, gloves. So no eyewitness really sees facial features. Or hair. They are holding what at first glance just appears to be just some random balloons, and they get into what they believe is a white Chrysler LeBaron, which we learn later the defendant had access to a car like that, but we don't.
Doesn't seem like she owned one.
It doesn't seem like she owned one. No, but.
So this was a cold case from 1990.
So it's a cold case.
Because for the obvious reasons, right? Nobody saw who did it, and, there was no evidence, DNA evidence back then to be able to test that stuff. So they ended up closing the case as a cold case, and for some reason, investigators were like, let's retest this stuff back in 2017.
Yeah, so technology changes, and PBSO... The sheriff's office, they are working with new technology they have, and they pull a cold case file. It's this case, and they run the DNA, and lo and behold, they get a match.
Yeah, so they ran the DNA. They found hair fibers in the clown costume, which they had the information they had prior to them running this DNA forensic test was that the car, the white Chrysler. And that Sheila purchased a clown costume before this happened, and she later remarries the victim's husband. Okay, so all of these things happened prior to 2017 where they choose to retest the DNA on the costume, and it comes back.
But they had the costume.
They had the costume.
Okay. Where'd they recover the costume from? A dumpster or something? I didn't know how they recovered the costume initially, but...
I don't know.
Okay. Fine. No, that's fine.
Okay. We'll edit that out.
Yeah.
We
Or
don't
not.
want to sound unimportant. Like we don't know what we're talking about. Anyways.
So yeah, you definitely should. So the police are investigating this case, and they have hair fiber from a costume that they have recovered from this incident, and that hair fiber matches DNA in their system when they run it in 2017. I guess that's a fair assessment of what happens.
And so they identify Sheila Keen to be the person that's her hair, and that's how the state presents their case.
And that's how they start to link all the other pieces to her, because once they have the hair piece, now they can start saying, what type of car did she have? Is there any evidence that she purchased a clown costume? Is there any evidence that she purchased the different the balloons? Is there any evidence of any of that? And the police, throughout their investigation, they're able to find certain things. One of the things specifically with the balloons is they're able to find that someone matching Sheila's description purchased a very specific You're the Greatest balloon from Publix, and they were able to, I don't know how they had that evidence, but they were able to.
The eyewitness
was able to say that a person matching her description. I mean, years later.
Not her description. They said that they saw the clown holding the "You're the Greatest," and then they I guess looked at local stores and where they would find that, and they said it was Publix.
Right, but the 1990 surveillance was not still like
I think that they probably would have been like, the investigator would have been like, oh, I investigated local stores and found that this balloon matched from this local Publix or something. Like, it probably was.
Or a balloon that they could just, and that's why it wasn't the strongest piece of evidence. It wasn't, quote unquote, the smoking gun. Like, it wasn't.
Not at all.
It's just they're able to say, okay, that balloon is locally sourced because it came from a Publix.
Right.
Okay.
And they found the costume when they executed a search warrant, or remnants of it. I don't know if it was the whole costume, but they found the physical costume and they executed a search warrant at her house. Okay. So she must have held on to some sort of physical evidence that ultimately was damning and caused her to get, basically, because if the investigators if they would have executed a search warrant and never recovered that physical evidence, they really wouldn't have had anything to tie her to that. That would be the smoking gun in the case, because that would be, I guess, the smoking gun here.
Well, they had hair fiber.
Right.
So they pulled a hair fiber somewhere off of something at the scene. They pulled a hair fiber in order to have her hair, and that's what.
No, they pulled the hair off of the costume that they executed in her house, but then it's not really even a smoking gun because it's in her house,
and they were already looking at her,
and it's years later,
and they're already looking at her.
So it's such a weak case from the state.
But you know what it is? It's almost like really obvious to me that you would expect, if there is and I don't know exactly what was happening in the 90s, but you would anticipate, okay, this person is shot and killed at their front door. What are we going to do when we're looking at who could have done it? Is it somebody that is an inside job? Okay, well, was it the husband? No, the husband was somewhere else, or the husband was home, or whatever. Okay, so it wasn't the husband. Well, is there anybody that would want to do it because of the husband?
Right.
Then you start looking into the husband having an affair, or the husband hiring a hitman. Right. So there's it's not a leap to go to the paramour of the other spouse of the alleged, of the victim, not alleged victim, of the victim. So here you have this woman remarries, and what an idiot to hold on to any of the costume. Why?
Yeah. But even then,
what an idiot.
I don't know, it's just crazy that this state had such a weak case on this. And she pled guilty to 12 years to second-degree murder, which is, if they had charged this at the time, it would have been, the thing is with these cases, when time passes, even when time passes within a year of trial, and I depose somebody, their memory is shot. And they're like, I don't know, this was last year.
Right.
So imagine 35 years later, or not, it wasn't 35 because it was 2017, but it was still 25 years later. That's a significant time period where you're asking witnesses to identify things that or remember things that like it's impossible. Like that is like hard to sell to the jury, and it's easy to tell them like you got the wrong person.
Right. And this is a case where there is a lot of circumstantial evidence. There's no video specifically showing this incident occurring. There's no specific eyewitness that can say that's specifically the person that did it. A lot of this evidence is, okay, well, somebody that looks like her bought this, or somebody that, and it's so old.
Yeah.
So.
And the motive is the husband.
Right.
But like they got married over a decade after.
Motive's clean. That's a clean motive of being the paramour spouse. I mean, when I say clean, that's easy to sell to a jury. That's easy to digest as the motive. So that's fine. That I buy that.
Yeah.
Then you start going through the evidence, and the state has got to prove or put her in the clown costume, and it's a stretch.
Put her in the clown costume at that time.
Put her in the clown costume at that time at the house, potentially that she's the one that buys the things.
It.
I think it was
a safe play to take the 12 years, but I think she could have been successful at trial.
But she's risking life at that point.
Right.
So it's a really interesting one because it's not a slam dunk for the state.
No.
But it is circumstantially it's tight. It's just not a slam dunk. You've got too many kind of things that are like, well, it could have been somebody else.
Which is reasonable, and that's reasonable doubt.
But the boxes when you start I think if I were to put my, stand in the shoes of the prosecutor in that one, to try to paint the picture around that motive is not difficult. But to put her 27 years after, to put her in these places, to put her in the spot of the, getting the balloons, getting the costume, getting, the face paint, getting the wig, getting all the, to really put her into those spots would be difficult to do.
Yeah.
And you don't have, all the evidence is stale.
That's the legal element of the crime. They have to prove that.
It would be difficult. It would be difficult to do, but I don't think it would be impossible.
I don't think so. But I think you would need a really conservative jury. And Palm Beach County is like, you can go either way.
That's true.
And not to mention I'm thinking about the thought process of a lot of the times when we have conversations with our clients, and I'm sure this was no different for her situation. She was already in custody pre-trial, litigating everything up until this point for 5 years prior to taking the plea. And so when you're doing the math on a plea offer, because 12 years on a second degree murder is really good, right? Like that's a deal.
That's a win.
That's a really great deal. But it's, like I was telling you this before this, like when the state gives you an offer, sometimes it's like, a little suspicious because of the way they're negotiating with me, like I got that a little bit too easy. So now I'm going to call your bluff a little bit more. But aside from that, 5 years in custody, offers 12 years, consider gain time, which is, if you're on good behavior, you get, a certain amount of time off of your prison sentence. And that's 80%. You serve 80%, you're out. So what does she have? A couple more years left and she's done? She's probably like, I could do it. Run it. And I don't have to risk my life?
Yeah. And she had good attorneys from what I'm pretty sure I know who her attorney was when she resolved the case and pled. I don't know if she had different attorneys at different times, but it wasn't like the people that she hired knew what they were doing. Yeah. And I think to negotiate the 12-year deal is really, really well done.
Absolutely.
Because you're,
our job is
it's still a homicide, and you're like, to take a 12-year deal on a homicide is
really good.
Is huge. But in order for it has to be the circumstances have to be as special as they are here, where it's the evidence is old. This happened so many years ago. All of that has to be like that because otherwise a judge is never going to accept a 12-year sentence on a murder case. Yeah. Like the judge is going to say no way.
You have to justify that.
Yeah, and I can't imagine that if there were next of kin or if there were people that were for the victim, that they were happy about this deal. But what I am sure the judge probably explained to those victims, if the judge had to at that point, because I'm trying to do my mental math on Marcy's law at the same time. The judge had to explain to them that, look, nothing is guaranteed at trial. And I don't know what I would have sentenced them to after trial. And, you know, the evidence is old. I mean, you're getting something out of this. Now, I think an even bigger win, huh?
The husband, though,
well,
is considered the victim here, like the next of kin victim. And he would be obligated to Marcy's law, which is the husband of the defendant.
Right.
So that's
it's a weird situation.
Very
because I'm sure he didn't want to see her gone for.
He was probably
ever.
not,
unless he didn't know that she was the one that killed his wife, and then he probably would. You think he knew?
Yeah.
You think he knew about it? He was like,
I don't know if to marry somebody that
killed your spouse.
You must be in.
How you gonna sleep? How you gonna sleep at night?
You must.
They could kill you. Yeah.
No, but you must. There must be some sort of conspiracy. But there was nothing to show that.
There's nothing.
Nothing.
And we're not alluding to that fact.
Assuming.
But that is.
That's me, Monica, assuming that.
Well, it's like it's just like just a very strange coincidence, because it wasn't like she got struck with a disease. Like, she got murdered. Like, she was removed from the equation.
Yes.
And this woman was like, oh, sliding in. And apparently was already in the picture beforehand. So obviously there was, I mean, it's just like, it's funny because a lot of the high profile cases we talk about, there's like a cliche element to it. And the cliche element is definitely like the paramour killing the spouse
and the
type
clown.
of thing. Well, that's not
killer.
cliche. That's
reality.
Very scary. And that's factual.
Jackson's not having any clowns in his life.
No.
Like,
I don't know. I'm not letting him having
no clowns at his birthday
at his house. No, absolutely not.
At his house, it's his
at his house. It is his house.
He's the homeowner now.
He is the homeowner. He's the king of the house, king of the castle.
I'm dead.
My little man.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh no.
That's so cute.
Yeah, but that's one of the other things that I was going to mention about this case that I think is kind of interesting is the plea itself was basically a best interest plea.
Yeah.
It was not a straight up regular guilty plea. Mm-hmm. It was more of I don't want to fight it, and I believe there is enough evidence. There is evidence of it.
Yeah, you're acknowledging the case in a way, like the facts of the case, but you're not saying I'm guilty, but like the same effect of doing that is a guilty plea.
So exactly right.
Yes. It's funny that they accepted that here, because every time there's some sort of negotiated plea and a client wants to take a no contest, they're always like, no, we're not doing that.
Well, I don't like, and when I was a prosecutor, I never gave no contest pleas. The only times that as a defense attorney now that I deal with no contest pleas is on like traffic tickets. Like and maybe that's just a Palm Beach thing. It's just really no contest pleas really doesn't happen here.
Yeah, it is. And the main difference is that you have more appellate rights. You can bring more, you can raise more issues on appeal if you say no contest versus guilty.
Okay.
But the legal effect of like your sentence and everything is exactly
you're still being convicted.
Yeah,
right.
you're still being convicted if you are being convicted and all those things. So like, I don't know. Like it's sometimes we do it with like immigration cases. And
sometimes it's also for people to
feel better about
a little bit, feel a little bit better about the situation.
But ultimately,
I think it's a guilty. It's a guilty to me.
Literally the same. So for me, I'm like, I don't know why states having like a BF about like every little it's fine.
But in other jurisdictions that I've been in, they'll do no contest pleas on like everything.
Yeah, I'm like, I forgot.
Like I was filling out a plea form in another jurisdiction, and that was like the option, and I was like, oh, okay.
You're like, we don't do this in Palm Beach County.
No, because in Palm Beach County, the plea forms are filled out by the state. In all the other counties, they're like, oh, you fill out your own plea form.
Yeah, the first time I ever did that, I was like, I've never had to do this.
You want me to fill out my own fucking paperwork?
At least I've done it before.
I have done it before, so it made it a little bit. I was like, no problem.
I've only done it in Palm Beach County for a prosecutor one time, and it was because they did it completely wrong, and I was like, no. You helped rewrite the plea? Yeah.
That's very nice of you.
Well, I also was I had places to be, and I was like, we got to hurry this up, honey. But yeah, anyways, all that to say that this was a no contest plea, and it doesn't really make any much of a difference in her sentence, other than the fact that she has more appellate rights, and she's probably honestly out of custody at this point. Actually,
I think she's almost.
No, she must be out.
She's done. Oh yeah.
She must.
She
be
probably
out.
is almost done because she.
If she took a 12-year sentence in 2017 with 5
and she had
years
credit for 5 years. Yeah.
So
she's done.
She's done.
She should be done.
She is out and about, honey. Maybe we'll guest her on the podcast.
We bring her in.
Sheila Keen, girl, where are you?
It's so funny. It's like you be sitting there and just like in the middle of the episode, just pull out like a red nose and just put the red nose on and just sit there and just like looking at her like normally. See if she reacts. You think she's afraid of clowns? Probably not.
She clearly is not scared of clowns. If she thought that was a good idea.
Also, let's talk about that on the scale of things. The
that's
idea.
what we would want to ask her.
Let's talk about. Yeah, no. I'm serious with you right now. Let's talk about that. Why the fuck would you dress up as a clown?
I mean, clearly it worked to hide her identity.
Well, I know literally she did it to hide her identity, but like, of all the things you could choose to dress up at, like,
I don't know what else.
Professional hitmen, I don't think
It's kind of
choose clowns. Like, I don't know. I just don't think you just. Is it because nobody suspects the clown is going to be but then like. It's like
no, everybody expects
everyone.
the clown.
Yeah. But I just don't know why you you watch movies and like the assassin's dressed up as like a delivery driver or like, something else. It's never like the most obvious.
Yeah.
Oh, let me put on an outfit that makes me stand out as much as possible in front of everybody so that everybody will be like, hey man, I don't know what was going on that day, but I sure as shit could tell you there was a clown there. Like, you're not going to forget that detail.
Well, it gives it such a shock factor too. Like, there's kind of like what the like opening the door. Like, what? Why is a clown here? And then getting shot. Like, I don't know. I feel like that kind of contributes to like the like confusion of like, not only is it obviously hiding her identity, but that's like the shock of like there being a clown. It's like you're not focused on anything other than the fact that this is a clown. You're not looking at what color hair is sticking out of the mask.
Tell you what, this is why people. And by people, I also mean me, have cameras on their doorbells because I'll tell you right now, if there was a clown at my front door, whether it was ordered from my house or not, I will not be answering that fucking door.
That's so creepy.
If I saw, I would freak out.
I would freak out too. I would probably call
I'd be
the
like,
police.
nope.
I'd be like, the police can deal with you.
I'd be like, Jen?
Please help.
Oh no, but I wouldn't want them to hurt her though, so that wouldn't be good.
No.
But I would not. There's no, I have a no clown policy in my house.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I don't
think I'm a fan of clowns either, but I think you're probably have more of a fear than I do.
I don't know. I've like, since I was a kid, I just always was like, they're fucking, look at them. They're liars.
Is that before or after you heard that there are clowns that are killers?
No, I didn't like clowns before I knew that they actually killed people.
Well, they're weird with their big smiles.
The whole thing. They're a liar. That's one of the main things.
Yeah, you're like, I know you're lying.
You're lying. Nobody's that happy all the time.
And it's painted
and
on
goofy.
your face.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's obvious.
Like,
that you know that it's fake.
Yeah,
but
well,
like
that's just like obvious evidence that you're a liar. You're like, you're bullshit.
I feel like we should get some clowns. Well, I know I don't want to.
Like,
I don't want to bring this upon myself. I was gonna say we should bring some like clowns on to have them. What do you have to say for yourself, clown?
The only clown we can have is Sheila Keen and her lawyer. Because we know them, maybe.
Yeah, we do know them.
I assume I know them because you know them.
Yeah, you know their lawyer.
Anyways.
But yeah, no, I don't even. If she wanted to come, she could, but no clown costume.
She can come and leave her costume at home.
Yeah, leave your costume at home or throw it out, idiot. You should have thrown it out years ago.
Like what?
Why didn't you throw it out? What'd you do? Keep the balloons too? Would you make a little?
She almost got away with murder.
Make a little box. Make a little shadow box of your treasures. This is my clown costume from when I committed murder.
25 years.
Yeah.
And I still have this.
I still fit into my clown costume from 27 years ago.
I hate us. That's hilarious.
She's got like a little treasure chest in her attic that's just got her.
That's like the idea I had when like they were like going down in a basement or in an attic or something. Well, obviously it's Florida. There's no basement.
The cops definitely found that and they were like, well, this can't be the clown costume.
Yeah.
No, nobody would be that dumb.
It's like finding the pizza slice with
with
Huberman.
Rex. I don't think that's
crazy.
No, this is dumber.
Yeah,
this is just dumb that you just kept. Why? Why did people do that?
Yeah, that was like the dumb thing, but also like it was so late.
Also, it was a 1990s clown costume. What was the costume technology
Must have been
better? It was probably better back then. It's very cheap now, costume technology. You go to the costume store.
Yeah, yeah, no good. I spent like $40 for like a cat headband and a tail. I was like, what the fuck?
That's expensive for cat accessories.
Yeah, I'm like, I was just here for the accessories, not the costume, and this is bullshit. And then my tail broke, so.
Oh.
I bet you that 1990 clown costume held up just fine if they were able to test it.
It's amazing.
DNA.
You think about like crimes that happened back in a certain day, and as long as you weren't there when the cops got there, like
you can get away with it. Yeah.
Like that was pretty much it. It was just like, don't be present.
There's so much.
Now it's like, it doesn't matter. There's something some speck of dust somewhere has got you. And you're like,
I'm getting drone footage now in Discovery, and I'm just like, they're using this way more often. Like before, like when I first started practicing, they would only use it on like serious cases.
Are you getting drones for accident reconstruction, or are you talking about drones for like them chasing a client?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm like, that's doing the most for a misdemeanor. Y'all need to chill.
That is excessive. That is excessive.
No, but it's because they have access to all this stuff now.
Well,
before it was like when it first came out, it was like, oh, only like certain like street team would have it, and like only certain people would. Now they have all the resources. I'm like, listen,
our sheriff's department has a lot of resources.
Yeah,
their evidence lab is one of like the best known in the country. I don't know if it's like one of the top, but it's like one of the best known evidence labs in the country.
Unfortunately for our clients.
Well, I mean,
or fortunately for the people,
they just have a lot of. They have a lot of evidence to process. Yeah.
Well,
for me, as long as they're doing their job, that's what I care about. Just do your job and not as a clown.
Yeah.
But it is amazing. Like, I will say the fact that this happened in 1990, like she couldn't have walked into a Halloween store today and been able to get away with this between the records of the sale and the surveillance and the street, everything.
Like there
would have tracked her. And the car would have gotten tracked. The license plate reader, everything would have gotten tracked.
Like there's no way.
Yeah. A shot spotter if they were in the right neighborhood. I mean, everything could have gotten her if it was done today. But it was just like the way it
went down. The way it went down. If
she didn't hold on to her suit, that would have been the costume.
She would have never even gotten prosecuted.
Nope.
They would have been like, oops.
That would have been.
We didn't find anything.
No, they just would have always assumed that she probably had something to do with the murder. Yeah. If they knew that there was a relationship between her and the husband while he was married.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they were suspecting her, because that's
right.
I mean, yeah, because she had a clear motive.
Correct.
Yeah.
A very cliche motive.
And was seen purchasing it prior to, so. All that to say,
fucking clown costume.
She is now out and about living her life along with Casey Anthony in Palm Beach County.
Wasn't convicted though.
True.
Casey Anthony.
That's the difference.
And Casey Anthony's is, I wouldn't say. Yeah, I would say it's more egregious. I think killing a kid is more egregious, but the added clown costume part is scary.
Exactly.
And that renews my fear as an adult.
Yeah.
That clowns are still as dangerous as I have always thought.
Hopefully we don't encounter them again.
Clowns in general?
Yeah.
I agree.
In cases or not in cases or in life. Like no clowns. We have a no clown rule around here.
No, I would prefer not to.
Same.
Unless it was like a clown DUI and there was a clown car and there was a lot of clowns in the car.
No. I'll skip on that one.
That would be pretty funny.
No. I'll skip on unless they're actually DUI, then it would be.
No. I'm talking about a real DUI, but a clown car DUI, where it's a clown filled with a car filled with like, how are you fitting all these clowns in here?
I would love to watch a body worn camera on that.
And they all just keep coming out
and doing that.
All right, sir, step out of the vehicle, and it's like the guy's doing like the roadsides and stuff. It would be pretty funny. I wouldn't want to be there live because of the clown, but watching that. back would be pretty funny.
Watching the officers' reactions to that would be even better.
And then in court at trial, you just like you put your client on to testify. Well, I'm a clown, and
in their clown costume.
I'm familiar with doing different exercises in a clown costume, so I was very comfortable doing the roadsides.
And then the argument is, does this seem like somebody's normal
He
faculties?
was totally
were impaired?
sober.
Normal faculties were not impaired.
Sober clown.
Exactly. So
I don't think No, I think that's pretty much everything that I have to give to this clown.
You're like, I'm done with this clown.
Get this clown out of here, like old police.
If you like
shows.
listening, yes, exactly. If you like listening to us talking about clowns,
no, we will not talk about clowns
we're not
anymore
doing
unless
it
there's a
again,
really good case. Then we will talk more about clowns.
or if Sheila Keen wants to join us,
Yeah, Gacy. We could talk about Gacy, serial killers.
yeah.
Wouldn't be our first.
time.
Wouldn't be our first.
So if you like listening, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're on all platforms. Come back with a warrant.pod. Make sure you leave us a 5-star review wherever you listen, and subscribe to our weekly newsletter for your gems. And if you didn't like listening,
Come back with a warrant.
Your wedding begins here. You've found your person. Now find your perfect place. Welcome to Marin County, where your love story meets its perfect setting. Exchange vows beneath ancient redwoods on a sun-kissed beach or overlooking the sparkling San Francisco Bay. Whether you're planning an intimate elopement or a grand affair, Marin offers the space and the spirit to make your wedding uniquely yours. Discover where forever begins at visitmarin.org and explore the weddings page for details.